Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Chris, xKogyochiNinja, and today I have a game of Search and Destroy for you on the map Hangar 18. One of the newer maps, kind of switch things up a little bit. I have so many Search and Destroy games to put up for you guys, it's ridiculous. The only problem is thinking of topics to commentate about. So if you guys have any suggestions of what you'd like me to talk about, I am more than happy to oblige to any suggestions. Leave a comment or, send me a message and I'll make sure to put that in my next video. Or if you have a certain gun challenge you'd like me to feature in a Search and Destroy, that's pretty much all I've been playing lately. I think once a game sort of gets worn out, like Black Ops has, you gotta play a game type that you thoroughly enjoy, and for me that's Search and Destroy. I definitely have my rage moments, as Shane can attest to. He's in this game. This was supposed to be a live commentary and the audio got messed up, so I have to figure out how to do live commentary still. But make sure you stay until the end because you get to hear Shane rage, which is hilarious. I'm pretty sure that's why I have a few subscribers, is just because they like to hear Shane rage. But I'm going to be talking to you guys about a different subject, about having a home and how important it is, and if you take it for granted. And then a little bit about why you should figure out what you want to do and how you can go about doing that. So let's just jump right in. It's kind of more of a personal background and history of my life and what's happened and what I've learned from it, and hopefully you guys can learn from it. But if not, I'm not that cocky that I think that everyone can learn from my stories, because everyone has different personal backgrounds, different personal experiences that make up who you are. So this is kind of just more of like a show and tell type of or share and tell, I guess, way for me to get this out. So let's jump right into it. Like my senior year of high school, so I'm just cruising right along or whatever. Like my dad was in charge of all the finances of around the house, so he actually was in charge of paying the bills and paying the mortgage and whatnot. And my mom worked full time and she was a graphic designer, and she gave him money to do that. And what ended up happening was actually we ended up losing our house that had been in the family for 2 generations. It wasn't anything special. I mean, it was just a normal like ranch home. But as a 17-year-old, I didn't really fully realize the impact of it until I do now. It's such an intangible. Not only was it my inheritance that I would have had, which I don't really care about, but the bigger picture is, if any of you are going off to college or I don't know, raising kids or whatever, but if any of you are in the situation like that, your home is so important, because like for me personally, like when we lost our house, we got foreclosed on because we couldn't pay the mortgage. So we had to move into like a renter's type of situation. You don't really realize the impact of it until later in life, when you realize that you don't really have a place to go back to, and it's definitely something that I've had to overcome and like try and deal with. But at the same time, I think it has made me a stronger person, and I know that I have to do everything, like pretty much take care of everything on my own. Like, I don't know, I have my grandparents, and I go over to their house sometimes, but it's definitely not the same thing as like a typical like family home, So if you guys have similar situations like that, I definitely feel for you. I can relate, because it definitely sucks. A lot of kids go off to college and they get to go home for the weekend, or go back and ma and pa will take care of them or whatever. And that was not what my experience was like at all. And I didn't even think about it at the time too. That's why it was kind of interesting. Like as a 17-year-old, I was like, who cares? Like, I'm going off to college soon. It's not a big deal. Like, whatever. And then I think as far as figuring out what you want to do, I think that a lot of times a lot of people ask the wrong question. And so instead of asking yourself, what job do I want to have, just try and keep it like simpler, and try and like keep it to more like in the present, in time. Ask yourself, like, what do I want to do right now? What do I want to major in right now? Just keep it simple like that, because no matter what you do, 90% of the time, if you say I want a certain job, that's not really what's going to happen, unless like it's a doctor. Like that's pretty much a straightforward path. But like a lot of times the job that you think you're going to have in high school or in college is not the job that you're gonna end up having. And so I think it's more important to kind of pick a field, pick a topic, pick an area that you actually enjoy and you're actually good at. And that's kind of a struggle too that I'm having right now, is because I'm really good at psychology and I don't know if I necessarily enjoy it. And so I think that there's, you know, something to be said about what you're good at versus what you enjoy, but I don't have enough time, I don't think, to really delve into what you should do, because ultimately people can say, like, you know, money's not important, just do what you love, and, you know, you'll never work a day in your life. That's the old adage. That's like the old advice everyone gives. But the fact of the matter is that you do need money to function in this society. You need money to support yourself. So yeah, you obviously have to look out for yourself. You have to make sure that you're putting yourself in a good situation. You'll have a good job and stuff, because no one wants to be a bum, homeless person. But it's always comforting to me, anyway, at least, to know that, like, say I couldn't find a job, or, you know, say I couldn't support myself, that there's always definitely, like, the Army and the National Guard, and basically the military. Like, that's always an option. And so, you know, it's kind of comforting. It's definitely a different experience, like, it's a different mindset, but it's nice to know that if things ever do get that bad, then that's an option. And, you know, I really would not be too sad or too, you know, upset if I join the Army, to be honest. So, but I'll see how it goes. I don't want to, but, you know, we'll see. And I get the clutch, baby. So you guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope it wasn't too rambly, and you can listen to Shane rage quit right now. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
Hi, YouTube. Look at me by the fucking scoreboard again. I'm not this bad, I swear to God.